Hello everyone, I'm back with another journal that I've just completed for my daughter Stacy as a gift to her. It has been quite a while in the making. She's been very patient with me because I had so many other journals to do and she was willing to wait. So this is what I've done for her. Before I begin though, I have two special people that I need to say hello to, and that is Isaiah and Isla. That is Stacy's grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, and they are watching. Even though my videos aren't made for children, these are two that watch with their mom, and they're very faithful. And so, hi Isla and Isaiah, and now you can see your Mima's journal. I have made this a 6" by 9" journal. It has a 2" spine, which I put lace on the spine, and I have used several kits in this, well actually 3 main kits, and that is from Artie Mae's Calico Collage and Happiness and Crafting. So I will list those down below. I probably won't, I'll mention them throughout, but you'll know who they are as we go through the journal. I have the front of the journal, I have done 3-dimensional, the bird. I cut this out, or I print it out twice, and then I cut the bird out and make the bird 3-dimensional. I'm not sure that that takes in the camera, but you can see that I've added a little gem for his eye. I've added stickles to perk him up a little bit. I have put Stacy's name on the front with the nameplate, put a little gem on there, and I have surrounded the top piece in stickles, and then I've added some lace that was gifted to me by a very dear friend, and you know who you are. You've asked me not to mention your name, so I won't, but thank you for that. And I've added a hitch post closure with a ribbon, and we'll go inside. And this is the, I've been putting initials of whoever is, if it's a personalized journal, and this is, of course, S for Stacy. This is from G. Kerr, Happiness and Crafting, and I love these initials that she's done, the alphabets. She does them in this size, and then with the kit comes little tiny ones too that can be used. And so you might visit her her Etsy shop because she does some beautiful work. And of course I've used my usual mini 8 punch for the pocket in the front, and I put this is from Calico Collage. It is the property of, and Stacy can write her name there. And I put this card in as a journaling card because I thought that looked a little bit like you, Isla. So I did that, put that card in there so that she could enjoy and think of her little sweethearts as she uses her journal. I've added gems with a Martha Stewart punch here, and this, as I always do, I add that kind of protective page that is made out of cardstock, and then I add the page with a pocket from one of the kits. And I've done the same thing here. Some of the pockets I have put things in. Here I've got an envelope and several little surprises in the envelope. I won't take them all out, but, well, I guess I ended up taking them all out. A little bird cage and some little journaling cards that, of course, I do line all of my journaling cards and tags on the back so that they can be used for writing. So there's a little place for her to put things in, and I haven't filled all the pockets because she wanted to use this journal. She said she has all kinds of little pieces of paper and scriptures and all of that written down when she has her quiet time, and so she wanted to have something that she could compile them all in together. So that's what she's going to do with this journal. And this is a poem, and it's been a while, so I forgot what it was. It's not a poem. It's Praise the Lord, O my soul, and that is Psalm 103. And so this is a special psalm to her that she likes, so I put that in there. And here is another journaling card that goes into that pocket. I have added lace at the top. And here are more journaling cards. This I've cut out the page twice and then cut around the rows and the bottom and made a pocket. And out of that, this is seam binding from the Papered Soul. Laura has wonderful seam binding, beautiful colors, and so I love to get her seam binding and use it on my tags. And here is another journaling card. Here's Martha Stewart Punch. I've added the flat back gems on that in the blue. And here is, this is a Calico Collage. It says, a bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. And that comes in that kit. And this, I believe, is one of the Artie Mae's tags, as well as the pocket. And I have added some, it's a little flower. I love these little flowers. That was my friend gifted that to me. And I use those a lot, and I kind of hoard them because they're so pretty, and I know I have to use them all someday, but I use them sparingly because I like them so much. And here is another flower from Calico Collage kit, and I've made it into a pocket. And there is a kind of a tall, long tag, and here is Be Still and Know That I Am God. That tag, and then here's yet another tag with more of Laura's seam binding from the Papered Soul. And here is a vintage song sheet, and I'm running low on those, so I'm going to have to go out and find some more. Here is, I have inked this up with the different colors of ink that coordinate through the book, and this is Dollar Tree lace here that I've used on the edge. There's a little piece of it there, and this is decoupaged from, I did a video on rice paper, and I had printed this out on rice paper, and I had some left, and I decoupaged that on there. Here is vellum printed, and here is another journaling tag. And this is kind of a special tag. Stacy one day came to my door with flowers in her hand. And one of her really pretty flowers had broken off of the stem, and she did not want to throw it away, and she thought, oh, I'll bet Mom could use that for her journals. So I did just that, and I dried the flowers. They were bright blue when they first, when she brought them over, but then as I dried them, they turned almost a lavender purpley color, but they're still very pretty. So she wanted me to make a tag for her using her flowers, and this is what I did. And I cut the circle. I have acetate. The flower is between acetate. These are the little butterflies that I make that are on the corner. And I've got some more of Laura's seam binding trim there. And I lined the back so she can utilize the back and write on that whatever she wants. So that is her very own flower from her very own garden. So I thought that worked out really good. So then we go on, and here's more. Here's a pocket here, and there is a journaling card that I believe is Artie Mae's, and this is Calico Collage here. And it goes right in there, and here's another page for writing, more writing. Here's a decoupage napkin. I have taken this leaf trim that is from Hobby Lobby, And they have that in all colors, and I have the green and the gold, and so I thought that went very well there. And there's more writing space here, and I trimmed that in some of that lace. Here's another page that I tore and made a pocket, and there's another journaling card. Here's a doily that's been coffee dyed, and here is another journaling card, and here's more of that rice paper that I printed on and then decoupaged it onto the page. And I printed it from the, I believe that was the Calico Collage kit, and I love the way that works. And you can write right on top of that if you choose. And here's a pocket, Martha Stewart punch and some flatback gems. There is another one. Oh, and another person that kit that I used was from Mary Lou, Porch Swing Designs. And this is one of her scripture cards and one of her pages, I believe. And then I added the flowers and cut them so that would fit over that and make a pocket. And here's an Artie Mays envelope. I love Andrea's envelopes. They're so pretty. And then this has a little place to journal in. She can write little private notes in there and scriptures, whatever she wants, and put in there. More places to write in here. And here is another pocket from Artie Mays. I've added trim here, lace trim. And this is a flower and two more, a journaling card and a tag. So those are all ready to write on. And I even put lines on the back of the flowers. Those are Calico Collage flowers. And then this is the center of the first signature, and I have little birds, the Tim Holtz punch with the birds, and I put those on the strings. And here is a little bird paper clip, and this is a flip out that she can write on, and I did a trim. I had a scrap paper of that I had used for something else, and I thought, oh, that would work to cover that hinge there. So I made the hinge and covered it up with that. And there's more writing space with lace. Another pocket made from one of the pages, Martha Stewart punch. And here are two more journaling cards. Journaling cards. And here's another, this is an acetate pocket here. And I have cut it out in an oval and trimmed around it in embossed gold. And then I've added some gems on the middle of the flowers. And then here's a journaling card that goes in there. That's another page from one of the kits. It's actually the same page that the pocket is. And then you slip that down in there and the roses come through. And then here's another pocket, and here I have this in my stash, and they're scriptures from the Psalms, and I'll have to look that up and list it below, but I love those. I use those quite a lot, and I trimmed it in stickles and put some foam backing on it and trimmed the pocket in lace, and that is a page that I've cut and made it into a pocket. And here's another little envelope with some goodies in it that has a little postcard in it that she can write on. And then here is another tag to write on. Here is the other side of that coffee dyed doily. Here's a pocket, a page that I've taken from one of the kits, and I believe that's the Calico Collage kit. And here's an Artie Mays postcard, and those are, I made a pocket there, and that slips right back there. And here's a belly band that I've made, and this one is, I think it's this is a sliding belly band. It slides up and down, so she can put it wherever she wants it. And I've trimmed that in gold trim, actual ribbon type trim. And here is a journaling card that is all lined that she can write on. And another page to write on. Here's another page that I have cut it out twice and cut around the bird and the flower and made it into a pocket. And there is another journaling card that's right in there. And this is a pocket also here, just the top part that she can slip things in. Here's paper from my stash. This is from a paper pad that I have. I think that might be a Prima paper pad. And here is more of that trim that I was gifted, those little flowers. I love them so much, and I use them as much as I can. And here is another little card that says, "Life is like a flower, let it unfold." And then here is another journaling card. Then, the other side of that vellum, and here is a pocket that I've made, trimmed and added a flower. That is one of those K&K flower packs that you get. And so I thought that went well there. I added some lace, and here is another journaling card. And here's a tiny little envelope with some goodies in that envelope. So, Isla and Isaiah, you can go to your Mima's house and you can look at her journal and see all the little goodies that are in all the little pockets and everything in there. Here is a flower from Calico Collage, and here is another tag, and I believe this is an Ephemera's Vintage Garden tag. I've used a little bit of everyone in here. And here's another little corner piece that I tore off of one of the pages and added it to the other side of the music. And here's a, to the music sheet, I made the pocket. There's a journaling card. And here is more space to write with lace trim. The other side also, here's a decoupage napkin on the page. And here's another page to write. And here is another little flap to tuck some journaling cards in. And there those are. And that, again, is a page that I cut out twice and then cut this out and made the pocket. And then here's another pocket. So that's kind of a double pocket. Here's some lace, some of that gifted lace that I had. And this is so beautiful, and I've really enjoyed using that. I inked this with the Oxide inks. Tim Holtz, I believe I used Worn Lipstick, maybe. And here is a page that I've added stickles to, made it into a pocket, and there is a journaling tag. Slips in that pocket. And that's the end of the first signature. And here's the birds from one of the kits. And I always add lace in the middle. I just think it looks better. I try to give it at least a ½ inch there so that the pages will turn nicely and lay flat when it's written in. Here's another page. I've added stickles. And I put some, a tag inside there. She's got plenty of places to write her little notes and her scriptures on, and hopefully she'll have enough. And here's another pocket here from a page. Here are 2 envelopes, and I won't open both of them, but they both have cards and goodies in them with lined backs that she can write on. That was paper from my stash. And here is another page and a pocket. And then I've done the acetate window here, stickled around it, put one of those little scriptures there. And here, that when it's turned, it will frame this one. When it's this way, it frames that page. And when it's this way, it frames this page. And there's another page from the kit, and this is another pocket. And here's another, this is paper from my stash, and trimmed that in lace, and here are 3 journaling cards for that one. And this is more music paper, vintage, and I decoupaged a napkin on that. I thought that went well on there. And then here is another Psalm 139, 2 through 5. That's a pocket that I've made, and I've added lace sewn around it. And here is another blank page. Here is a parrot. And this also, I need to put something in there. This is a pocket. I've made the parrot a pocket, so I need to do a little journaling card in there. And then here is a flower. I believe that's from Calico Collage, and I made that a pocket. So, and of course, this is a pocket too. And here is, this is the Cheerful Song of Birds. I found this in an old music book. Heavenly Hosts Are Singing. And this one is Rose of Sharon and the Cheerful Song of Birds. And I thought that was so appropriate for this, so I tore it out and sewn around it and put it in the pocket here. And this is a vellum pocket also. So there's that. The joke in our family is that I've been knowing that you take care of all of my books. You don't write in them, you don't bend the pages, all of that, and everyone laughs because I'm cutting up books now, and no one can believe that. So, but it isn't easy sometimes, but I do it anyway. Some things you just have to do. Here's another vellum page, and this is a decoupage napkin. Here's another, I've inked that up with the oxide inks, and I have done the lace here. And here, G. Kerr just did this really neat little video on how to make little flowers. That's happiness in crafting. So I had some paper that coordinated with this. I thought, oh, I'll make that into a little paper clip tag there. And so I clipped it right. I thought it went on this page well. And it's just a little flower, and she can use that anywhere as a bookmark or whatever she wants. This is a page to write on. And here's more of those K&K flowers. And then these are from, I believe, Calico Collage that I fussy cut and put in the pockets. And there's another, that's an Artie Mays, I believe, tag. And here's another one of Andrea Artie Mays's envelopes, and then there's a little journaling spot in there too. So she's got plenty of places to write and put secret things if she wants. And here is a corner of a page that I fussy cut around. I just liked that. I thought it fit so well on that corner, and then I inked up this. And here's a decoupage on the napkin on that doily. She can write on this part of the doily, here of course. And then here is, this is from Artie Mays, and I cannot think of the kit, but I use this paper all the time. I love this paper. And so I'm always printing it out using it when I have pinks or roses or whatever, because it's just perfect in most any journal. Anything that Andrea does is beautiful. So, and this is one of her postcards, and that says, in every walk with nature one receives far more than he seeks. And then here's another little journaling postcard, and yet another little postcard, and that one, it has people praying, kneeling and praying in a church, and it says, for thine is the power, the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever, part of the Lord's Prayer. So I thought that was very appropriate for her little journal. And here's the center of the second signature, and there are those birds again from the Tim Holtz punch. I don't know if they make those anymore. I haven't seen them for quite a while, but I got mine a long time ago, and I use it all the time. So there's another little pocket that I've made from one of the pages, and here are 2 more journaling cards. And more page to write, that is lace. Here is, this is a napkin that's decoupaged onto the corner here. There's a doily. There's the other side of that page, and I put that on this corner. I just think that's so pretty. And then here is a napkin that's decoupaged, and that's a little bitty piece of a napkin down here with a flower. And there's more writing space, and there's more of that napkin down here that I've decoupaged, and writing space there as well as here. This is another napkin decoupage, the other side of that vellum. And here are 3 more tags. This is also a napkin that's been decoupaged, and a corner of a page that I made from the Mini 8 punch into the little tuck spot. And there is a tag and another flower and another tag. And this has something about the almond, let's see, about the almond tree from Jeremiah. So she can read that when she gets it. And here's a little bird cage that I used my die cut from. And I added a little bow. I cut it out in cardstock, and then I inked it up in gold ink, and I think that might be embossed. And here is another little postcard from Artie Mays. And here's some gold trim, lace trim that I put on there. And there's another one of those little scriptures from Psalm 91. And here's cheesecloth that I put behind that. This is not a pocket, it's just for looks. And here's a page that I had left, and I just made that a flip up page that she can write under there in the back of this. And there's another page that, this is scraps that I used for a pocket, a tuck spot, and I trimmed it in lace. And some more journaling cards here. And here's the other side of the song sheet, and a couple of birds that I decoupaged from a napkin there. And here's another little flip-up page that she can write underneath that and on the back side of that. And of course on the front too, because it's lined, and I've lined that with the Dollar Tree lace. And here is another card, and this is a flip. She can write on the back of this, and then that tucks in to this little corner here. So it can be kept a little private if she wants. And then here is the little ticket that says Admit One and has the bird on it. And that tucks into there and kind of keeps that in. And here's more decoupage from a napkin. And here's trim. That's some of my gifted trim there. This is a Calico Collage page that I printed twice, cut out the fence, and made that a pocket. And here is another Artie Mays postcard, and here is a journaling card. And this is some more of that trim that I was gifted, and more writing space. And here's a page that is a pocket, and there's another pocket, and that brings us to the end of the journal. Here is one of the beautiful envelopes, and inside I have put a letter, as I always do in my journals. If you've watched my videos, you'll know all about these letters. Tells what you can do with the journal. It says letter there that I've heat embossed, and I always tuck that in the back of my journals for everyone to have. And that concludes that. book, and I hope that when Stacy finally gets this, she loves it, and I hope you have all enjoyed watching the video. I thank you for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will, and I will be back again because I've also made one for my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law that I have to show, and they are all ready. It's just me getting the videos done. So that will be next, and then I have some upcoming journals that I am working on design team projects, as well as journals that have been our custom orders. So I thank you so much, and I enjoy all of your comments and your encouragement whenever I show my things, and I hope you will be back, because I will be back soon too. Thank you.